make it work through the switch. Okay, so that's gonna happen. Don't worry about that. Okay, but you see this thing here? It was broke when I got it like that. Okay, but here's my plan. I'm going to drill a hole all the way through so it's clean, so it's like a hollow type of thing. That way the screw can go all the way through. I'm going to line it up where it's right here, lined up, so to speak, and it's going to have a hole popping all the way through. Then I'm going to take a black bolt, something like that, but no, something like this, and I'm going to either leave it black or let it be spread it red, and then flip it, and then push it through all the way through there. Now what's going to happen is, because it's a flat bolt, it's going to have the washer behind it, and then it's going to come through the front cowl and end up on the other side. You see? And then all I got to do is put a washer and a nut on it, and then boom, it's fastened to the front cowl. Okay? Now, there's a problem, however, because this part is broke. Okay? I don't know how I'm going to rectify this, but I was thinking, why not maybe screw a bracket to it, like bolt a bracket to it, like a flat piece of metal up, put a hole through that piece of flat metal, and do the exact same thing all the way through the cowl to the flat bracket, and just fasten it good enough where it's tight and it doesn't allow the light to shake, and then problem solved. And then as far as the front cowl, I can probably put like a sticker that says CBR right there, and a sticker that says CBR right there, or maybe CBR 900 and then CBR 900. That way it covers the two holes that I'm gonna make. I also need to drill a hole like right here, like right below there, like right there, and the same thing for right here. That will allow me to take the lights, because the lights have a cable to it. See, this is this light has the mirror. I'm sorry, the mirror has my bad. The mirror has the light, and I have to put the light through. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to pop a hole right here and pop a hole right there, because I know the future self of me is not going to want to bother with this shit. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take this cowl off now. I'm just going to take the cowl off now, and then just and do what I just talked about doing. And then I'm going to buy two more of these. Let me buy two more of those. Bop bop. Okay. And then once I do that, I think the bike is ready to be ridden, but I can't leave the black on there because I have to pass inspection. But I'm gonna put the black on there temporarily, just to see if they notice it. If they notice it, I'll show them the clear one, and then what I'll do is I will I'll tell them to put the clear one on there and then take it off for me and pass my ass. And that's what I'll do. That way I don't have to worry about doing it, and I mean, they can see I clearly have it. I can just tell them, all right, here you go, and then they can pass me an inspection, and then I can put that black one back on, tell them here's some more money, put the black one back on. That way I'm not stressed over it and messing with it. I've got to cover this right here. Okay, that right there are these. You see, although this says fuse, fuses are really not on the left, they're on the right. Okay, you trust me, dude. Like, if you take apart this bike, you don't want to like be looking on the wrong side. I stressed myself and pissed myself off, ended up, damn near going crazy. But see, there you go, just like that. And then the same thing, I'm gonna put the other one on the other side. Now I got some bullshit washers that I wasn't feeling, and like when I bought this bike, it wasn't as in good a condition that I put it, but basically I'll go there and cover all the fuses and wires. But what's bothering me the most is the fact that those fuses and wires were covered by a thing like this. I'm not feeling that. So to make it look a little bit more aggressive or attractive, I'm gonna get a hex bolt because nobody uses flatheads, dude. Like, flatheads are back in the day when, you know, my grandfather was alive. You know what I'm saying? So we're not going to use flatheads. We're going to use straight Phillips, you know. And we're going to use a few of those because these all go to the, how do you say, the fuse box cover. So we're gonna do that. I found out that my relays were bad, so for the headlights to completely circumvent and to get around it, I'm going to buy the kit so I can eliminate these 1998 failing relays, and that way I'll be able to just completely get by. I'm going to show you in part 2 all of the wiring that I did. The wiring was because they had a complaint about everything, but as you see, I painted the complete bike. It took me a total of 3 days. I know I could have just bought the fairing kit, but you know, I didn't want to spend $500 to get it here, so I basically did it just like that. But the thing that you're going to have to watch out for, which I'm going to try to fix, is I'm going to switch these prongs. I found out that they're H4s, but if I look at the one right here, you see it's been burned or out or something. I don't know what went wrong with it, but I'm assuming that the guy that before me thought he could just do two power sources and just flip the switch. But what he probably didn't realize was he probably overcapacitated the plug and burnt it out. So I'm just gonna go ahead and buy a new plug, and then that way I can put it on there and it'll look good, and at the same time I don't have to be stressed about, you know, all the other crazy mess. But like I said, the fuse box is on the left. These right here, the chrome, go to the mirrors. Okay, so that's why they're up here. The chrome's up by the mirrors. It looks like pipes, but it's really not. The blue are the tubes that I messed with. The reason why I messed with those was because the lights weren't working and a lot of things were having electrical problems. So I rewired everything and cleaned it up and color coded it. So anything that you see underneath here under the blue that has white has to do with lights. And when you see a yellow like this or yellow anywhere, that's actually going to a relay or an actual light. See, because if you look real closely, you see right there it's yellow, and then right here it's yellow, and then the relays, which are right here, you see that the relays, they're yellow. But I am going to completely avoid these relays. I'm going to avoid the relays. I'm just going to go to a straight 12-volt power source. Here's the other relay. See, I did one red for high beams, and I did one yellow for low beams, and that way I would know which one was which. But I found that, you know, the relays weren't working. So this is how you fix the relay. Okay, if you want to know if your relay problem, take a wire right here on this top right corner. See that little box square right there? Okay, take a wire from this top right corner and loop it to the bottom right corner. Then take a wire from the left top corner and loop it to the bottom left corner. Okay, it's gonna look something like this. Let me make it up real quick for you. All right, I'm gonna cut one. Bear with me. I'm gonna cut one. So I cut here, and I cut here, and I'm going to really quickly strip it. I don't know if you can see it, but just bear with me, people. The reason why is I don't have someone to hold the camera, but I know that we need to get this done. Go over there, puppy. My dog's trying to run away. All right, go back over there. Go. Okay. So I'm just going to show you a real quick one. Okay, and then I'm going to bend it. Okay, now you see how I bent it like that? Okay, that is going to go like that. Pop, pop. So 1 second, bear with me. there, and right there. Okay. Now, as you see, top right corner, bottom right corner. Okay. Be careful because you see, like, real closely, this little strand could arc. So I'm going to bring it down and over. You know, I don't want it touching this side because it could very well, you know, pop. You know what I mean? So that's the first one. Now I'm going to do the second. And I'm just doing this just to show you that that's how I found it. There was the relays. You know, my light is messed up, so I don't want to have to put it back in there or nothing, but I can still show you how it works. So we're gonna go there. We're gonna go here. Now, as you see it, two separate loops, one to the left, one to the right. And that's what the diagram pretty much shows. If you look closely in the diagram, bear with me, the diagram shows that 3 and 5 come on when the power comes on, but 1 and 2 is a constant feed. Look again. So the loop on 3 and 5 is broken with the ignition turned off. But when the ignition turns on, 3 and 5 automatically turn on, and 1 and 2 is already on. So what we're doing is we're basically telling the system that the power is on. Okay. Now, of course, we're not giving it any juice because the ignition has not been turned on. This is one of the plugs. Okay. So I'm gonna grab. Well, let me go grab a chair first, so that I can lay the actual what's we're looking for. So I can lay the actual light on. Okay. As you see, I had a bunch of those. I was stressed out when I was working on this thing. Oh my God, it was so stressful. But I finally figured it out and through a lot of forums and stuff. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna plug this in. All right. All right. Now that's plugged in. Okay. Now we're gonna turn the ignition on. Move this to the side here. Okay. Now, as you see, the lights are off. Okay. So, going to see by moving it, one came on. You see that? See, all I did was just tap it a little bit, and it came right on because that's what the relay does. It actually loops, tells the power is on, and goes to go. But see, I thought about it for a second. I said I might actually have a bad adapter, like an actual harness might be bad right here. And I was thinking about switching that so I actually get a better plug to put the relays on, and I might get a better readout because you see I had to tap the wire a little bit for it to come on. All right, turning the car off. That's pretty much about it. Everything. Sorry. That's no worries. Come here, E. No, that's my dog trying to run off. My bad. But anyways, that's the gist of the complete bike. So I'm basically doing this video for myself. So future Corey, if you have any problems, that's what you were going through. I'm gonna basically make another video and post them, and then hopefully everything will be good to go. But this is the bike fully disassembled, and I recommend that we go ahead and buy another cowl and a new headlight if we want to get it 100% perfect. But otherwise, we can circumvent, well, we can fabricate a bracket, and then we can also fabricate the wiring harness. All right, that's about it. I'm out.